So I came across this website the other day and I thought that this would be a really good example to show how not to try and get topical authority on a particular topic because it's attacking the wrong angle. So what this is a family law firm's website who are trying to rank for family law and divorce law related keywords. Now, what is interesting about this example is that I found they were ranking for a lot of different keywords that actually had nothing to do with family law, divorce law, and the services they were offering. So I started digging a bit deeper into this, and I thought this was very interesting. So what's happening here is somebody was doing SEO on their website and thought that it would be a good idea to try and rank for anything relating to divorce. And what ended up happening in this example is they started ranking for things like movie names, like It's Complicated, or Dom Partner Meaning, It's Complicated Film, the definition of ex-wife, infidelities, baby mama, stuff like this, right? And the problem you have with this is multiple. So if we actually open one of these blogs, what you'll see here is that this is just talking purely about the movie. So you can see it's talking about the movie. It's got a trailer of the movie. And you go down here and it's only talking about the movie. Now, if you go down the bottom, you can see that it's not even tied into divorce or divorce law at all. And even worse than that, it doesn't even have any internal links going to the divorce page. They could have finished this blog post off with something like, if you find yourself in a similar situation and you're getting a divorce, speak to our divorce lawyers today and link that to the page. Just as a random example. But the problem is they didn't even do that. And if we go down the list, you can see that there's actually a whole bunch of different blogs and pages that are talking about these random keywords that have nothing to do with divorce law. And now this is obviously manifested as an issue because if we take a look at the actual keywords they're trying to rank for, like Family Law Toronto, Best Family Law Toronto, you can see that they're on page 8, page 9 for those. And if we take a look at divorce law as well, and divorce lawyer, you can see that they're also not ranking for those, which means that clearly this method is not working for them, and I'll explain to you now why. So what I believe is happening in this scenario is that because they're trying to get the keywords divorce and things to do with divorce and to do with family, the problem they have is that they've gone too far out from what they're doing. And so now they're talking about, let's say, movies, for instance. And so I would argue that the keywords that they're targeting are actually more to do with movie topical authority than divorce and divorce law topical authority, if that makes sense. And then all of these random ones, like for instance, things like ex-wife, infidelities, baby mama, these kind of keywords, the search intent on these is completely wrong. Somebody who types this in, and let's say they were to click on this website, probably not because they're not on page 1, but let's say they were, odds are they're not looking for a divorce lawyer anyway, so it's basically gone to waste. Like, there's no point putting in this effort. So I can see why someone thought that this would work because it's kind of relating to divorce, but the problem is it actually isn't. And this is a really good example of why you need to be careful of what exact keywords and the search intent behind those keywords that you're actually trying to rank for to get your website to establish that topical authority. So what these guys would have been much better off doing is if we just go to SEMrush and we type in something like divorce law or divorce lawyer, if they were to go through and start targeting all of these questions, for instance. So we'll set it to Canada just to be more specific. And you can see here that there's a bunch of questions here that they would be much better off answering. Now, I don't know if they've gone through this whole list and blogged about this because they did do some blog posts that were actually on topic to do with divorce law. But this is where I would be starting. And if you did this, you would be much more likely to establish topical authority in that particular niche going after divorce law specific things, because there's a very big difference between general divorce related topics and movies to do with divorce and actually talking about divorce law and things that happen legally speaking when you get a divorce. And Google is smart enough to know what the difference between these is. And as you can see, they clearly did not manage to establish topical authority because they're on page 8 or page 9 for their main keyword. Now, that's just one of the reasons why this website's not ranking. There are a number of others, like I pointed out, the interlinking is not done properly. There's also pages that all have the same keywords in the titles and things like that. But this, I wanted to show you guys this example because I thought this was a really good example of what happens when you don't get the right search intent behind the keywords you're targeting and you end up becoming potentially relevant for something completely unrelated to your website or just not relevant at all, because all this will not be relevant enough for Google to tie it all in together and actually give them topical authority on the things they're actually trying to rank for. So I hope you guys enjoyed that one. If you want me to coach you on how to run successful SEO and Google ad campaigns for only $49 a month. Go to learndominatemarketing.com. If you want us to do your Google ads or SEO campaigns for you with guaranteed results, go to dominatemarketing.io and book a call with us there. Catch you on the next one.